Oh, welcome to the Comics and Crypto, not podcast, just Comics and Crypto now. We shortened it. Your source for everything collectible. MyCollectibles, hey, how you
Speaking of
doing?
all things collectible, MyCollectibles.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me on, guys. This is awesome. I always love your intro.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
Big shout to Kevin Loader. He created that almost entirely from scratch.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I might have been muted, but I'm saying like I love your guys' intro.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you on today. And FA, first appearance, long overdue.
Here's some Comics and Crypto. Let's go.
I know. We've been so over the years. We're always so busy and always doing stuff at the same time, and always talking and stuff anyway. But yeah, that's funny, right? Isn't that funny? That's awesome. No, I'm super happy to be here, guys. I mean, thanks for inviting me on. And with the San Diego Comic-Con coming up, I'm pretty pumped about it, of course, right? And I know we'll probably go over some stuff today, right? The blog article is pretty thick, right?
Yeah,
I think
it's pretty thick, definitely.
Yeah, a couple Twitter spaces.
I think at least 3 scenes.
They had to go over it like 2 times. They had to do 2 different shows. I know Millie probably did 2 shows on it alone. So
big shout to Millie and all of this awesome swag.
Yeah.
Comic-Con. Excited to see all that during this meeting.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to let you guys know that I know that we're doing a collaboration giveaway. I know you guys are going to talk about that. But today, I also wanted to let your audience know that we would love to do a VeVe digital collectible for your audience today in any way you see fit, just as a surprise.
Oh my gosh, that's
this
awesome.
Is a giveaway for any how you want to do it. So it can be you can send me the winner after or before, and we'll make sure we get something fun for someone just for showing up and hanging out. That's a surprise that you guys didn't know about.
Nice. That's definitely a surprise to us. That's a super. Yeah, so something we can do like towards the end of the stream, we can do like a trivia question or something like that, and then whoever just types in the chat the quickest the answer, then that's will be who gets it.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Make sure to stay on the stream for that giveaway. It's super.
Stick around to the end.
So really excited for today's episode. We're going to break down San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to talk about all the amazing things that VeVe's doing, and also we're going to talk about our giveaway, which is really exciting as well.
Yeah.
But first, I want everyone out there we want to talk about our sponsor, Fanable. Woo! Big shout out to Fanable. Fanable is a company that's going to allow you to trade physical collectibles in the digital age. And like I mentioned before, we're going to have more information in the coming weeks about the things that they're developing. But definitely sign up for their newsletter for up-to-date information. Also, automatically be entered into their giveaways. Recently, they gave away a Batman 423 CGC 9.6 signed by Todd McFarlane.
Super cool.
And they actually just launched another giveaway. So if you go to their Twitter account, they pinned the tweet there, but they're giving away a 9.6 Minions 98 first appearance of Deadpool signed by Rob Liefeld, the creator.
Yeah,
super cool. So make sure to go to their Twitter account and follow the instructions to get involved in their giveaway. Really awesome. And speaking of giveaways, whoa!
Look at that beautiful graphic that Kevin put together. That's a flyer right there.
We're partnering with VeVe, CGC Comics, Fanable, and Rewind Grading to give away over $1,500 worth of prizes. And some of those prizes include, this is actually really cool. So this is a VHS tape. The 9.2 graded VHS tape is the first episode of X-Men the Animated Series. Still VHS tape. Really cool. And then a 9.8 X-Men 97 #1 comic, which is also on VeVe. A Battered Blood #1. This is a really cool. The Scotty Young variant, Scotty Young. And it also has the new Deadpool 2024 label that hasn't been released yet. CGC has been really awesome and collaborative on this, and this is going to be released during Comic-Con, but here we go. It's going to be part of this giveaway. And of course, we're collaborating with VeVe to give away a physical X-Men 142 comic signed by David Yu.
And 141.
And 141. Oh, yeah. We're
going to drop it on socials as like a surprise, like in the middle of Comic-Con at some point, but we can link it here. If you're listening now, you heard it first.
There you go.
We're going to give away the both packs signed by David Yu. So I'm excited to give those away. If you want to get involved in this, you can go to our Twitter account and it's pinned to our tweet, or also just follow the link down in the details below.
There we go. Alpha right there. Little alpha for your for the audience.
No, I'm actually happy that you brought that up. what better way to announce it than with you?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cool. That's
Agreed.
cool.
Agreed.
Yeah,
And
no,
man,
those are
this-
amazing. Those are amazing, you guys. Like I've been seeing them all over X and everything. People reposting, and so
Yeah,
those are some pretty sweet prizes.
really fun collectibles for
Yeah.
sure. Really excited.
Yeah,
to give
we
away
love
some.
doing these big giveaways for Comic-Con. We've done this, I guess this is our third time doing it. Yeah, we've done it like every year so far. So
Yeah, we do it
That's
in New York
awesome.
too. It's really fun because it's obviously fun to give awesome collectibles away to the community, but also just bring these different brands together in the physical and digital space. It's really fun to collaborate on that for sure. It's a lot
Well,
of
that's
fun.
the way it should be, right? I mean, we have
Yeah.
both. I mean, when I'm at San Diego Comic-Con coming up, I'm going to be cruising around when I have free time, which won't be much, and I'll definitely be hitting up like, different booths and stuff, looking for certain comics I'm looking for, and mostly Amazing Spider-Mans, like under issue 50. Like I try to find as many raw
Nice.
copies of those at good prices, and so yeah. But the mixing of physical and digital, I mean, that's the way it is, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Speaking of which, VeVe has an awesome article. So if you go to vv.me and discover, you'll see the San Diego Comic-Con article that covers all the awesome things that are happening at Comic-Con, including physical variants of the VeVe exclusive covers, including this Deadpool #1. Very cool. And then Wolverine 88. That cover is insane. I love it.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
love this
cool.
cover so much. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Very
And that one just that digital dropped, right? As we all know, that famous cover of the Common as well. So
Mhm.
in the app. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a pretty nice one. Yeah.
And I've been watching the cover art, the one pieces that have sold, and that one actually sold recently in digital format. I think
Yeah,
there were
that one came by auction. Yeah, the one of that cover as well. That
Yeah.
Wolverine 88. That's one of the more iconic covers of all time, right? So
That's sold pretty well too, I think, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Rolex got it.
Nice.
Big shot to
Did
Rolex.
Of course.
Yeah,
what hasn't he gotten?
yeah.
well, that's a
Big
good
shot to
one.
Rolex. Yeah.
And then so for these comics though, so it's $20 if you just want the regular cover by itself, right? And then $50 if you want the bundle with the Virgin. That's how it works.
This is the bundle right here that you see, and you can see like as you go into the next with the Amazing Spider-Man, that's just the one cover, right? So that's why the price is at 20. So yeah, this is the bundle that you get, and of course you can probably most likely get it signed, hopefully by David, and then of course they'll have the San Diego Comic-Con, the CGC, hopefully getting it like graded as well while you're there if possible.
Nice.
I know at New York they actually brought them over to the booth, so I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see if what David can do. No pressure.
If anybody can pull those strings, it's David. So
Well, he just pulls this stuff out, which is great, right? So we'll see. Yeah.
And then we have the classic Amazing Spider-Man 252, which is, I mean, this is probably one of the cooler VeVe exclusive covers on VeVe as well. This is a very cool cover.
Yeah, 100%. It's one of my favorites. I actually still do not own that copy of the digital on VeVe because it's too, like I actually have it. I have it here though.
It's really comic.
Hey, there you go.
Which is actually easier to get, which is crazy. In terms of cost, right?
Yeah, that's so interesting because that was the time when I don't even know if there were 5,000. I think it was always 10,000 or more, and then that 1,000 came. It's so exclusive and so
that was like
rare.
the first one that was like super exclusive like that. Yeah,
that was crazy, and I'm still trying to get my hands on it. I mean, I could have bought it, of course, but I'm don't have the digital to complete my ASM run on. I'll get it.
You get it. Yeah.
I don't know about the ultra rare though. That one's pretty high up there. I'll have to get the physical if I can though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And of course, there's some awesome exclusive drops happening, crafting events, including X-Men 134. That's going to drop on July 25th. And then the Wolverine brown suit, which was announced recently. That's awesome. Look at that is
the detail on this is so cool.
That model is incredible.
Yeah. I saw it a while ago. And like of course, as time goes on, any of the digital collecting platforms are trying to up their game in regards to like quality. So I think you probably guys have noticed in the last while the drops have been pretty super high level on these. And then this guy just looks so good. And there's 3 variants of him, of course, right? But we're looking at single drops for most of the other ones because I know there's other ones announced. So this is kind of the one that has that 3 in there, but they're all animated, which is cool. And then there's that secret rare to chase, right? Which is that's going to be. I'm already having like I'm not kidding, guys. I'm having a FOMO on it myself because you know, I know I'm at the company now and everything, but this is like you guys would probably agree. This is the most popular suit. I mean, it lasted like 10, 15 years or something in comics. He was kind of in this one. So
yeah,
as soon as they, so it's kind of like the one that I always think of when I think of Wolverine, even though the yellow suit is super classic and with the X-Men 97 and all that. And, but it's just like, this is kind of like, there are a few other variants though of Wolverine that you might see.
Oh, hey. And then today we got an announcement about the Sentinel drop.
You're right. Yeah. That today.
And I'm especially excited about this one too. The price is 15 gems. The common is 7,500 total editions. And then there's also a secret rare for only 225 editions.
Yeah.
Really scarce.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We tried to do it like the Stormtrooper drop. And but remember that secret rare's got 501 edition. So this one's about half of that. So that's why the price is just a little bit higher because that secret rare. So we want to make sure people can complete the set, but also have a really cool chaser. And he's he's purple. He's like a different version of him. So it's not the same one in 2 different poses. It's like a different Sentinel. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah.
I love that. I love that you guys did that. That's awesome.
Yeah. They're different Sentinels. Yeah. So that'd be a fun army builder to see mixed in with like, Wolverine and like see what people do with those.
Yeah. And I love how we're starting to see more chasers as well. Yeah, it's really been fun seeing people get excited about that.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure, and this is something that for people to know, we're trying to make sure that like every single drop doesn't have a chaser because then you kind of like, you may overdo it and make it more difficult for set completion. So we're trying to be like strategic about it and try to put them in there. Like, for example, you saw the Alien one. There's no chaser there. That's just a one-off premium figure. But of course, he's 1979, the actual like alien from that movie, not like 1986 Aliens where there's like a whole horde of them. So he's like an individual character. But so, that's why there's no chaser in that one. There's we're trying to be like, this guy requires a chaser because, it's super fun, right? And the Wolverine, we threw that secret rare in there, which is pretty cool. But we don't want to do every single drop like with crazy chasers all the time because then it starts to get a little difficult for people to collect. So we're trying to find that balance, right? But of course, feedback from our community and is super important on that. What everybody thinks about that as we move forward, right? But I think you can see we're trying to have some fun with these drops, right?
Definitely, yeah. And this one was a perfect balance because, like you said, you want to build an army with these things, but also make it a little bit fun for the drop itself. And there's a perfect balance, in my opinion, at least.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We'll see what people think of them. The quality is pretty high. They look pretty damn good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
And then we want to give a shout out to our good friends 24/7 Comics. They're releasing another series called Zero Ghost.
Yes.
This is the first issue of the series. Only 2,000 editions.
Mm-hmm. Very
really
scarce.
Cool cover art.
Yeah, and huge congrats to 24/7 to selling out the first issue of Evermind as well on VeVe.
Yeah, that was super fun. And like as David was describing, different publishers are going to start showing up a lot more as time goes on. So that's really cool because Marvel and stuff. It's always been Marvel, right? So and on VeVe Comics, you can see that like stuff's going to happen there as well. And we got the manga. So I mean, we're trying to branch out a little bit, but yeah, this is pretty cool right here for sure. This article hasn't released yet while we were talking here, but no, that has released it. Sorry, but we have a couple more articles that are supposed to come out, like in the next day or so here, like Ant-Man and things like that. Like these, so we haven't released all the information on it, but yeah, this one's just out. So this one got released, I think, late last night. Okay. To get it out because there's so many, you got to stagger them a bit, give people a chance. Yeah. And then I think Sentinels went out this morning, and then there's more coming, right? Like the the X-Men comic that you guys referred to at the very beginning. That article should probably be out today as well, on the 134. So we're releasing the information like as quick as we can in the next day or so here for everything. But yeah,
nice.
the cover art, right?
And so apparently, did Jay Lee do the cover art for this secret rare? I think I read that.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, like
that is so. Jay Lee's one of my favorite artists. Yeah, it's so cool. He was involved in it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it should be super fun to watch it. And then there is another one too. You can get it signed, I believe, on Saturday, which is at the con if you're there.
Yeah, well, so I wasn't sure if you guys had released that information yet, but yeah, I was talking to Carl from 24/7. Yeah, they're going to be doing some cool stuff with, they're going to be releasing physical Ashcan editions and then doing signings with the artists on site at the VeVe booth. I think on both Saturday and Sunday. So,
yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, exactly. So that's going to be fun. So, if you're around, if you're there, obviously come by.
Great reason to come to the booth.
That's great. See who else is going to be there too, right? I mean, the addiction stuff too. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. The big shout out to the addiction team. There's an awesome drop that's happening as well with the addiction team. And and also this is very excited for this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm stoked for this.
Yeah.
The Stan Lee jackets.
So cool. So cool.
And the little golden Stan Lee right there with the that's pretty fun.
And it's really fun to see Rob Pryor involved in this.
Huge Rob Pryor fans. Yeah.
And he was one of the first guests that we had on our podcast, and we've had a really good chance to get to know him over the past couple of years. And he's just such a great guy. And watching him paint, he's ambidextrous, so he paints with both hands.
Both hands at the same time. So he'll paint like live on stage with like Metallica and like bands like that. So like he just he's so inspired by the music, so he just like goes up and just like feels the music and just goes with two hands, and it's one of the craziest things you can possibly see. But yeah, when we were at Fan Expo in Salt Lake City end of last year, we got to see him do some stuff in person, which was really cool, and got to meet his his whole team and all of his apprentices and his son. So yeah, it was awesome, and everything that him and his whole team are putting together is just incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's talent right there. I mean, right? I mean, could you imagine being that talented in terms of like artistic ability? That'd be amazing.
The story around that is really cool. He basically, as a kid, he got scared that something would happen to his right hand and that he wouldn't be able to draw with his right hand. So then he just started drawing with his left hand too, just to make sure that just in case something happened to his right hand, he'd be able to do it with his left too. And then he just like developed this crazy skill to be able to do both.
That's awesome. That's like an athlete or something, like a basketball player having to do both, that's dedication.
Yeah. And Rob Pryor, when we had him on the podcast, we were announcing his legacy collection with Stan Lee, which was actually the last project that Stan Lee ever worked on. Wow. And it was a series of physical artwork. There are homage covers to the classic Grail comics on VeVe, included Stan Lee on the covers. And
so basically take like Iron Man's face out and put like Stan Lee's face in instead, or whatever. But basically recreate the classic cover as an homage, and then throw Stan into it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we miss him, don't we?
Yeah.
Stan Lee is the best. We still always look up his like interviews and stuff. I mean, he's such an icon.
I was just watching this morning about how he co-created Spider-Man. And the story behind that, and how the publishers did not believe in the idea of creating a Spider-Man character around a teenager, and ended up being a huge hit. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, the idea about Spider-Man that we created."
Yeah, right. I remember that, and they were like, he had to put it on Amazing Fantasy, which was like I think that was the last that was ever going to exist of that, because it was just kind of like a throwaway, and then like really blew up, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Crazy. That's wild. A throwaway cover comic that turns out to be one of the most important and arguably in pop culture history.
Yeah, so I mean, how close, could it have been to not even been created, right? And then what would have happened? Like it's true, like the impact of that, just Spider-Man himself and that particular comic on just everything. Like what, it would have been funny to see like an alternate reality where he just said, okay, fine, and went on to some other idea. And crazy to think there would be a world with no Spider-Man, I'm glad it's not that.
Real quick, Sean, before we move on, for those of you that are joining us now a little bit later and missed the beginning of the stream, MyCollectibles made a very special announcement that he's going to be doing a giveaway on behalf of VeVe, and giving away, it was a comic. Is that what it was?
No, we'll give you a random VeVe digital collectible. Now, we can't tell you which one, but it'll be fun.
Well, you're gonna get a fun random VeVe digital collection. If you stick around until the end of the stream when we do our giveaway.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you're just joining us now, make sure you stick around until the end of the stream.
Yeah. And make sure you tweet it out too. Yeah, tag my
Yeah.
collectibles and the podcast. I'm excited to see what you all get. That's so awesome.
Exactly. Exactly.
And this is so cool too. It's awesome to see Tokidoki involved in this and that they're doing digitals as well. If you go to the booth, you have an opportunity to buy a physical and you get a card to redeem for a blind box for a potential secret rare collectible and also this ultra rare, which are both awesome.
There's a lot of that we're going to have that the team's organized, you know, the events team and with Eagle and the volunteers with, you know, doing kind of like fun, you know, like fun tasks, like scavenger hunt stuff where you go to other booths and interact with them. And, you know, they're like Tokidoki, they're going to have like a big banner of ours with VeVe, like logo there. Like it's all like, there's a lot of collaboration that's been done, which you'll see, what people will see. And of course we'll cover like, you know, and try to do as much video content. I know you guys are going to be there doing that too, trying to send back to the fam who are at home and can't be there to see. But there's a lot of like collabs going on with like, we're partnering up with our like, you know, the people we partner with because, you know, at the Marvel booths in the past, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, incredible. I mean, I was at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. I know you guys have been at the Comic-Cons and everything too. And I was just in awe of like the collaboration with Marvel. And that was incredible for like the New York City Comic-Con and last year and San Diego. But now because we have our own booth, we're able to like really celebrate like all the different IPs we have and the different collabs. So we're going to be sending people out, and this is just one of them. I mean, you go to their booth, you can get that digital and the physical, you know, the same way in the blind box, which is super fun. And, you know, there's all sorts of other ones, and some that, you know, we won't know about it. Like people won't know about it until they're actually at the con. Like there's like, okay, you have to go here and you have to do this and then you can get that. And it'll be a lot of fun for people if that can attend, of course. And we'll have some stuff for people back home, of course.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And
you know,
everyone, that's awesome.
Yeah. Really did I see, if you scroll up, look, does this say Series 9? Is this Myrmicorner Series 9? That's how many different series you guys have dropped so far?
I'm not actually, I don't know. I think that might be the, I don't know if that's Series 9 for VeVe.
Okay, got it.
Series 9 for them, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I know there's been a lot of drops of the Myrmicorners, but I was like,
yeah,
nine different series, that'd be insane.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've had 8 drops yet, but there's a few Myrmicorno fans in our community that could answer that in 2 seconds. I should know, but yeah, they're super cute though. They're super fun, and there's a couple in there that are pretty like, I mean, that's going to be scarce. The Sailor one there, that's going to be pretty. Interesting to see who gets that. That's just a blind box, right? Like legit. Like, and I did learn that, you know, from people who collect a lot, like especially the physicals, the blind box ones they're a lot of fun to go after, and the price is low as well. You know, we're trying to mimic the same thing, you know, in the digital world. You got to have that kind of chase, but also keep the price low so people can collect and have fun. So, yeah, definitely for sure.
That's awesome. And then also this really cool looking Ultraman poster. That's a beautiful poster.
Yeah, for sure. And that's also at their booth as well, right? Which is going to be fun. And I believe this is the you know, the Netflix show that's going on right now. I believe that's the connection there as well, right? So, and that's pretty cool, Ultraman Rising. So yeah, I mean, you go over there, you know, and find out how you get it, and you go to their booth, right? So there's going to be a way to do it. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Cool. And then that'll start showing up in the VeVe app, right? Like all sorts of fun stuff. So
it's going to be awesome. I want to give a shout out to some of the members of the community. Thanks everybody for joining today. This has been a really fun conversation with MyCollectibles about Comic-Con. What's up, Wes? Yo, thanks for joining, bud.
Wes.
Doc, what's up, Doc?
So excited to see you, man. A couple more days.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, and don't worry, we'll get you. If any of the creators are there looking to, you know, talk to staff or like David or people, we're going to try to make sure we give people a chance to do that. So I know Doc stuff. I know you said you were coming down, maybe looking for an opportunity to kind of do some fun stuff. So just come to the booth and we'll like help sort you out that way. I've been, you know, I was there last year in that role as well. And having like access is super great. Cause then, you know, people back home can like, you know, see more, right? We want everyone to see what's going on. I mean, that was all I ever wanted when I was here and not at a convention. I just wanted as much footage as possible so I could just see what was happening, right? Like it's, you know, super fun. So make sure you come by the booth. I know we'll see you anyway, Doc. I know we'll see you.
There you go. He's down.
Yeah, exactly. So come on over and we'll we'll see what we can do, right? 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
And Gary, what's up? Bay Area, let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
And Sleeping, hey bud, yeah.
Hey, what up, Sleeping? My guy Sleeping.
There you go. Can't deny that. Can't complain.
Vault Master, what's up?
Oh, did you see Vault Master's Stormtrooper and Alien video that he posted?
Cool.
I don't think I saw that one yet. No.
Yeah, the one today. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out when we get off of this.
Chris, there we go.
Chris Evers.
He's in my neck of the woods, right?
Yeah.
Is that Chris? Chris, are you coming to San Diego Comic-Con this time around? Or are you going to go to New York? You got to come to at least one of those two.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him yet at a con event. I'd love to see him there.
We're going to be trying to put together a VeVe Vancouver event because Chris is in that area and I'm in that area, and do like the last time we had that was when Metaverse Life came through, and like a year or two ago when he did that tour, remember? So he stopped by Vancouver and we had a So I'm going to be organizing like with Chris will probably be there too, obviously, and something around our area.
Yeah, Chris writes some incredible articles for Go Collect. So if you check out at Market Smart on Twitter, you can find all his content. But yeah, incredible writing, and also one of our guest writers on our newsletter. So
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
So if you want to get first looks at some of his writing whenever we feature him, make sure to sign up for our newsletter right there, comicscripted.io/newsletter.
There you
go. And unfortunately, hey, Matt was not a bad, not a bad decision there, though.
Yeah, that's okay. I think he did just fine there. Going to Maui, D and Hinano. That sounds like a pretty good trick.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think it could be a good time to do that giveaway.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's think of a trivia question. Maybe something that was like mentioned earlier in the stream that maybe people had to have been paying attention for, or
I got one. What's the name of the 24/7 comic that's being dropped during Comic-Con?
Okay. First person in the chat who answers the name of the 24/7 comic that's dropping this you win the prize. So see who gets it.
Let's go.
usually a little bit of delay, I think, on like the comments between like when we speak. So
and by the way, it's got to be the full name. It has to be
the full name.
The full name.
People are scrambling.
Finding the articles.
It's got to be the full name. Yeah. There we go.
Did we get somebody?
We got someone.
Illmadix, there you go.
Illmadix.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Illmadix.
Fro was so close. Oh, Fro was close.
So what do you need? Do you need Illmadix just VeVe username?
Yeah, so Illmadix, like if you can DM me on X, or just
or even drop it in the chat here.
Yeah, if he wants to drop the VeVe's name in the chat.
If you feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, otherwise send a message to MyCollectibles on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
and we'll just sort you out. It'll be sent out to you like in about anywhere from 3 to 7 days if Spencer's hero. There you
go.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you want to drop here in the chat, awesome. If not, no worries. Just shoot MyCollectibles DM on Twitter or us. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Make sure to hit us up with MyCollectibles, and we'll make sure to get you that collectible. Congratulations. And again, big shout out to VeVe and MyCollectibles for that donation for the giveaway. That was really cool. Super expected.
Team, they were super excited that you guys are going live today as well. So all these giveaways we're trying to do and have fun with is just all from the team. Just trying to spread the love around and just have a good time. I mean, we're collecting here, right? That's what it's all about. Exactly. And we're just trying to have fun. I mean, if number one thing in any kind of collecting is just having fun with it. And so, giveaways add to that. And of course, lives like this add to it and events add to it. So, that's kind of the mantra that we're putting out there.
Yeah, I love that. If you can answer it, we got a question here from Ruben. So is there going to be an official VeVe after party this year?
Well, we don't have our after party specifically like the VeVe's doing, because we're really trying to support, you know, Fan Bam and Jay Green's movie night, which is like not an official VeVe event, but it's sponsored by VeVe. So, you know, we really, they came to us with that idea, and they were going to do their idea for sure, and just reached out. And then we were like, yeah, we'd love to help out. David Hughes really all super pumped about that one. So there's going to be guests there. I know there's going to be shirts from like O'Malley going to be there, and there's going to be all sorts of fun stuff. And we're watching the Deadpool, the Wolverine movie. So, I mean, like on the night that it comes out. So that's great. I know there are some other like private parties that people are going to put on that are connected to VeVe as well. So they'll announce those. But no, that's kind of like what VeVe's trying to do, is to support that event this year. Of course, in New York City, there'll be big. There'll be the VeVe party, probably some crazy thing or something again, you know, some like wild thing. And of course, you know, the fam will get together, I'm sure, each night, like in different ways. I invite everybody, and just try to be all together, right? So, yeah, the movie night should be epic. Yeah, Doc, that's going to be. I'm stoked because we get to see the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like
it's going to be such good energy having the whole fam there. It's going to be. I'm so excited.
200 people. This is going to be so much fun.
I know, and big shout out to Fan Bam and Jay Green for putting that together and
100%.
And it's really, I'm really happy that our you know, our marketing team like jumped on board with that and got so pumped about it. And when David heard about it, well, it was on, because you know he's like, oh, we're going to the movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
I wonder if anyone's going to dress up. Like, you know, we have like, you know, Comic-Cons are notable for cosplay, right? And I was debating if I should bring my Stormtrooper, but that's a whole other suitcase, you know.
yeah, I feel you there.
But I will go up to the 501st Legion booth, because there's always a 501st Legion presence there for Star Wars, right? And I'll go up there and see if I can get a couple of those dudes and guys and girls to come down to the VeVe booth, maybe do a little AR or something. We'll figure something out, Corey and I.
Nice.
I hope.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And this
you got it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Here, let me just make a note of that. Just leave it on screen for a sec, and then
Too cozy ant.
nice. There we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, so Illmatics, we'll sort you out. It'll take a few days for sure. And usually the giveaways go out towards the end of the week on the weekend. That's just the way that the giveaway team works, because they gather them all together throughout the week and send them out. So you'll get something fun, and just repost it. And thanks for you know, entering. And look for more, everybody, on people's, you know, different people's you know, live streams, and are like all the people who are creating content around VeVe or any digital collectibles. Just show up there, because you never know. We like to. I've been popping in. We like to surprise.
I love surprises.
You know, why not, right? Why not?
That's gonna be great. And everyone, make sure to get involved in the giveaway as well. For $1,500 worth of prizes, we partner with VeVe, CGC Comics, Rewind Grading, and of course our sponsor Fanable. So make sure to get involved. And also, if you want a chance to get that New Mutants 98 signed comic by Rob Liefeld, go to Fanable's page or Twitter account. It's pinned to the top of their page, or follow the link down the details below for both giveaways. MyCollectibles, thank you so much for coming on. This is awesome.
Yeah, super fun, guys. I can't wait to see you down there. And congrats on all the success. And of course, your giveaways are just amazing. So yeah, like reiterate that, jump in on those. It was a no-brainer for VeVe to try to help out a bit too, right? And do some. So, and there's just gonna be more to come, you know, like I said, we're just collecting. Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's what it's all about. Right. And I love your guys' posts about all sorts of kinds of collecting, like especially the VHS stuff's got me really, because I got a bunch of VHS, right? I just kept them all. So, like,
have you bought any sealed stuff yet?
No, I haven't gone back and done that yet. Right. But
that's the next step.
Oh man. Hey, like some of that stuff, I would have just go back 15 years. So I guess the trick is, what could you do now that we'll be talking about in 10 years, right? Yeah. You know, maybe probably video games is probably a big one, right? I mean, I know that's already been a thing, but yeah, and you guys saw the PSA with the comic book announcement with the grading and everything. Dude. So that's going to be I mean, the world of collecting is just such a fun world to be in, whether digital, physical, everything, the whole thing. It's just it's a fun way of life if you get into it.
Yeah, we love straddling the two sides and trying to bring people from both sides together, and see that both sides are cool and have their own benefits, and so
that's what the Comic-Con's all about too. Now you can see it's starting to get more and more both, right? Which is better for everybody, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll definitely find me on the Comic-Con floor wheeling around a backpack full of VHS tapes and collectibles.
Oh, I know. We'd have to bring a couple of bags and
we need some fun stuff to get signed.
And get graded too. Yeah,
Exactly.
we have some really cool stuff. I'm excited to show you my collectibles. There's actually in 2016. This is a cool story. In 2016, there's a exclusive VHS release of Deadpool when the movie was a movie came out that year, and Ryan Reynolds signed every single one. There's only 100 VHS tapes ever made.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people open them, which was a huge mistake.
No.
But that tape has sold as high as $10,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
But he also did 1,000. He signed 1,000 Blu-rays that are also sealed, and we plan to bring a couple to get them signed. But you can find those on eBay as well, which is
The
really
Blu-rays. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Did he get any like music tapes and stuff, like the album, on a tape?
Oh no, but that would have been so awesome. I hope they do something like that this year. I haven't heard anything, but that would have been awesome.
Yeah, my daughter got she's a big K-pop fan, and she bought an album and recently, and then there's a tape. It was the tape like in the case, when you pull out the sleeve, and it's got the just like old school. And I was looking at it, and she's got no way to play it, right? Because you can buy a tape player, but I was looking at that, I was just like, oh, just memories for me, right? Because that's the way it was for me for tapes, right?
It was cool. Last year, I have a couple friends, and I asked, like, what was the first CD that you ever bought? And I went and I found there's the first CD that they ever bought sealed, and I got it graded and gave it to them as a gift. That was it was a fun way to kind of help them understand this now. Yeah. It's fun to see stuff graded. It looks so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
We're getting a bunch of cassettes graded this year that we're going to bring with us. So
here's the case is amazing in the VHS cases. This is an animated film that I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
It doesn't have much value, but for me personally, this is something that's very sentimental to me. This is actually a Christmas gift for my sister coming up. She doesn't know about it, but it was an animated movie that her and I used to watch all the time. But yeah, it's fun to see the cases, and and they look like
there's a movie my sister and I used to watch all the time with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. It's called Running Scared. It's just a buddy cop movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we would watch that all the time. It was like our favorite movie when we were like little. And it came on like the other day or something. I saw it somewhere and I watched it again. And it would be cool to have that tape for the exact same reasons that you described. So the nostalgia is thick, right? Have it displayed there, and they have such great art on the covers of like a lot of those movies from those eras. So yeah, it's super fun, man. It's super fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for coming on MyCollectibles. It's been so much fun. And everyone out there, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to get involved in those giveaways. And if you're going to Comic-Con, come say hi. We're excited to see you all.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. and Doc, if you're willing to block and tackle and make a path for us to Kevin Eastman, then you can come with us.
We're going to be aggressively finding Kevin Eastman, so hopefully we down for some TMNT stuff.
We got to find some we got to hopefully the biggest bro's coming, because we can just hang out with him and he can we'll get straight to the front. He's the nicest guy. We probably wouldn't want to push anybody, but him and his bro.
Well, thanks again everybody for joining. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy Comic-Con.
See you guys.